morning everyone, and welcome to a quick little card that I will show you just with these new Stampin' Up in colours. So I'm trying to get this lighting right this morning, but it's gone very dull here. I'd love to show you where we are. We're just in Ingham at the moment, and we are in a really good friend's backyard just near French's Beach, but it's a little overcast today. So hope you're all having a good Saturday. I have just created 5 little cards showing the brand new in colours. So these in colours are from 2021 right through to 2023, so you have a couple of years of having those colours to play with. And Stampin' Up always do a fabulous job of having different products, coordinating products in different colours, and it's always awesome to be able to create with those coordinating colours, and it just makes it really simple to make a project look really great. They everything coordinates, you don't have to worry about a thing, so that's really awesome. So let's get stuck into this card. Look, I'm just starting with a piece of the new polished pink, and it is 21 point, I'm going to have to remember again, I think it is, yes, 20.3 centimetres by 10.2 centimetres. And then I just have 2 little pieces that are 9.5 by 9.5 centimetres square, and I just have a little piece that I'm going to stamp on. So I'm using the Handmade for You stamp set. I wanted to use this set because it's quite good for if you are a crafter. There's lots of cute little like hashtags, handmade, hashtag made it, the stitch with love, craft is going to craft, handmade for you, and it also has this little Stampin' Up copyright symbol. So if you are if you love crafting and want to, well, just here it is here in the catalogue. It's just quite an inexpensive little set, $30 in Australia. So if you love crafting, you can create and sell projects using the Stampin' Up copyrighted images. You just have to make sure your projects include the Stampin' Up little copyright symbol on them. So if you want more information about that, that's called the Angel Policy. So that's this little stamp set, Handmade for You. And I'm also going to be using this punch, and now I use this punch quite a lot. It's called the Sprig Punch, and I'm also going to be using, so I spoke before just about some coordinating products. So this is the vellums that are with these new in colours. So these are really pretty, they're really sparkly, and you might not be able to see this in this light today, but then on the other side are really a very matte translucent kind of look on one side, but then you've got your sparkly side on the other side. So they come in 12 by 12 sheets, and you have 2 sheets of each in a pack. Right, so let's get going with this card. And there's our polished pink. Now I'm just going to start. Now when you have a brand new, this is just a little tip, when you have a brand new ink pad, often you find it's super juicy and you can't get a nice image to stamp. It's not kind of clear, it bleeds a little bit. So what I often do, and which I've done with this one, is to just grab some photocopy paper, any kind of scrap paper, and just blot the surface. I know it sounds like it's wasting a bit of ink, but it's just worth it doing that, so you get a really nice crisp image when you stamp. So I'm just going to stamp this Now, this is really a simple card because it's just using one colour cardstock and one layer, and then using just your, it's just making everything monochromatic. So I've stamped that on there, and then on a scrap bit of card, I'm just going to stamp it again. And then I'm going to cut that out, but I won't waste time fussy cutting that today. I've already got one that I have pre-cut here. Alright, so, and I've already stuck a couple of dimensionals on the back there, ready for that to go on my card. So I'm just going to, I won't stick that quite on yet though, because I just want to position my tag. So I'm just going to punch with this Sprig Punch a few of these sprigs out of the vellum. Maybe 3 will do. And if you are punching, often I see people trying to punch it this way, and you can't really see whether the paper is, whether you're getting that punch on or off. So that's why I always turn it around. You can see exactly where you're going to punch. And these punches, even if you have stiff fingers, if you've got arthritis, just if you use right down the bottom here, you can, they're spring loaded, so the further down you go, the easier it is to punch, and you really don't need a lot of pressure to punch those out. So that's just a little tip on using those punches. Okay, so I'm just going to close up my, first of all, I'll stamp my little handmade in the bottom there, in the bottom corner, just checking that that's inked up. Now, I'm just going to take that off and reposition that, because I haven't put that on real straight. I use these grid marks, are really great for lining things up. So just checking. Oops. Oops, and I've done a boo-boo there, so I'm just going to restamp that. Picked up the wrong stamp. Oops. I've got my little guy ready there, so I'll take that off. Reposition that back on there. And that's the great thing about stamping. If you make a mistake, you can just, you've got two sides to a piece of card, so you can turn it over and use the other side. There we go. Okay, so we're just going to pop that aside, and I'm going to show you these new dies. Now they're really great, these Taylormade tags dies. Now this is a set of, that's just a set of 10 dies that they all nest within each other. Now I've just cut some out here, but you see these little pieces here, they are great for having that little you know, another coloured little accent there on that, just to give that a little bit of interest. Okay, so there's two shapes in these dies. Okay, so I've done, actually I'll show you, they're pink. This is the polished pink and the fresh freesia, and these, you can see all the different shapes, all the different sizes in those. So alright, so you've got those sizes, and then you've got all the little circle pieces. So when you punch one, when you run that through, it gives you 4 or 5 of these shapes to use. And you could use those additionally anywhere on your card. So I'm just going to grab out the size that I used on this one, and that is probably that one there, maybe that one there. And what I usually do when I get a new a set of dies or a new bundle is that I'm going to use that one there. I usually cut out a whole bunch of them at once, and that way when you want to make a card for a special occasion and you need to do it in a hurry, you can just grab out a pack of all your die cuts ready to go. So let's get our, I don't have my stamp cleaner here, so I'm just going to grab some wipes. I don't normally like to use wipes, but I haven't got my stamp cleaner on hand, so just if you're going to use wipes, just make sure you use alcohol-free ones. Okay, so I'll just swap that over, line up thing. Now I've chosen to use the grey granite ink with this. I find the grey granite pretty much my go-to for my sentiments. I just really like this colour. It seems to just go with everything, and yeah, it's just a really nice soft colour. There we go. So stamp that there. Close up my ink pad again. Now I'm going to just fold that in half, using the bone folder to make that nice and crisp. And we're going to take our I'm just looking for my dimensionals, and I'm going just to mount that onto my card. Boy, oh boy, I take my hat off to people that do these Facebook lives and videos all the time. You just have to be so organised, don't you? It's incredible what you've got to think of and remember everything, so you're not getting up and down constantly. There we go, we've got that on there. Now, I just need to find my little, grab this out before. Now, I think I worked out that the circles work better with this fancy shape, and this shape here works better with this more flat size. Probably turn it around that way maybe. So that would be how they would go. So I'm just going to put that aside, just take a little bit of Tombow glue. And if I was organised, I would have got my glue ready to go. Now, if you haven't, if you know me, you probably know that we are travelling around doing our 7-month leg of Australia, and I'm taking the challenge of being able to take my business, instead of doing face-to-face workshops, oops, there we go. That was funny. Okay, now Whoops. Okay. I'll get my glue is just... Now, I never seem to ever have trouble with this glue, and of course, filming a live video and it goes everywhere. So I'm just going to just use my little take your pick tool to pop that up and just line that up on there. Okay, turn that over, pop a couple of dimensionals on that one as well. I like to, with these longer bits, to make sure I always pop one in the middle. That way you don't have that kind of saggy trampoline looking effect. Okay, so I am just going to pop that in like so, and then I'll just take my backing off. And I apologise if anyone is watching me and I haven't commented. Oops. Thanks, Casca and Jane. I'm glad someone's watching, and I'm not doing this to nobody. Hiya, girls. How you going? Right. I'm sure I'll get the hang of this, and but maybe I won't. Okay, so just need a little bit of just something just to, I don't know what's going on with this Tombow today. He's probably nervous and squeezing the heck out of the glue bottle. Right. Now we just might pop another little bit under here. Sometimes you realise you don't need the whole lot, and you can cut a little bit. You can cut these in half, or which I'm going to do with that one. I'm just going to. So I don't think I need all of that. So I'm just going to cut a little bit off. Okay. And if you want to go back later, you can just pop a little bit of glue under parts if they're sticking up. Right. So that bit's all quite simple, and for the back of your card, what you can do, this stamp set also includes the little Stampin' Up copyright symbol like I mentioned before. And I'm just going to stamp that tone on tone straight on the back there. And just to finish off, now this bit here, I could pop that inside, or I could just, I think I might just pop that inside as well. Okay, so just take out our Stampin' Seal. Now, if you've bought the Stamping Seal and you have had great success with it, I find it's just the fact that you've just got to roll it on a little bit to keep it going. And then when you finish, you just kind of angle it back on itself. See, then it stopped again, so I just need to just wind that on. Oops. A little bit in the middle. But I'm actually quite used to it now, and I really don't mind it at all. So it's quite good. Okay. And that's our little card. The other thing that I just need to pop on there, we have and I can show you, is the new Bakersfield Essentials pack. So that has a lot of these colours that you might regularly use in this. You've got your vanilla, your grey granite, your black, your white, and your crumb cake. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this and just thread that through. Oops. And this has moved on me, so I'm just going to try and lift that up. These take your pick tools are great for just having these basic, easy tool that I use this little one the most. It's great for taking the back off your double-sided tape, and it's also really good for removing things if you've made a mistake and don't actually want them there. So I probably should have popped this through before, but I'll try and do this. Yeah. Okay. And there we go. I'm just going to cut those little raggedy ends off there. Great. So that's it. That's my little tutorial for this morning on just making a simple, easy card. I'm going to send these to a few of my customers this month as a thank you, with a little gift. And if you'd like to order any of these products from me, you can visit my new website here, stampstory.com.au. I'd love to hear what you think of it, and it's a place where I can now put videos, I can write blogs, I can actually have a lot of information in there, and as opposed to just having a Facebook page. So I'm really excited about that. And the host code for this month is this one here for May. So if you'd like to order any of these, I'd love to have your order, and look forward to talking to you again soon. Have a great Saturday. Thanks guys, bye.